Hello everyone, and welcome to the lecture on variable length arguments. So we use this variable length arguments when we are not sure of how many arguments or parameters we want to pass to our function. So in this case, when we create our function, we don't necessarily have to pass all of the parameters. We can use this variable length arguments, and later when we call our function, we can pass as many arguments as we want. So there are two kinds of variable length arguments. One is defined by a single asterisk, which is used to pass a non-keyword variable length argument, and the other one is called keyword variable length argument, and it's shown by double asterisk signs. We'll look at examples of this variable length arguments. First, let's look at non-keyword variable length argument. So let's define a function, and I'll just call it ratio, and let's pass argument 1, and then we'll pass another argument, non-keyword variable length argument. It's notified by the star sign, single asterisk, and this function will simply return, let's say, argument 1 plus sum of all the non-keyword variable length arguments divided by, let's see here, length of all the non-keyword variable length arguments. Okay, so this is a simple function named ratio, and it takes one argument. Here argument 1 in this case is the formal argument. That means the function definitely takes this argument, and this section is the variable length argument. So the important thing here is not the name, but the single star or asterisk sign. It means that it's a variable length argument. So let's see an example. Now let's call our function. So ratio, and let's simply pass the number 2. So what will happen in this case? Let me run it and show you. We get 0 division error. This is the reason why. So ratio, and then we pass 2 as our parameter. So 2 will be this argument 1. And then since we don't have any variable length argument here, we are dividing the numerator by the denominator, which is length of the variable length arguments. In this case, we don't have any variable length argument, so we are trying to divide by 0. That's why we get this 0 division error. Okay, next let's pass 2 parameters or arguments. Let's say 2 and 4. So what do you think will happen in this case? Let me run it and show you. We get 6. So in this case, it will be the same as saying, so argument 1 is 2, which is 2 plus sum of all the variable length arguments. In this case, we only have one variable length argument, which is 4. So it will be 2 plus 4 divided by length of the variable length arguments. We only have 1. So divided by 1, that's 6 over 1. Okay. What if we say ratio of, let's say, 2, 4, 6, and 8? In this case, argument 1 will be 2, and this variable length argument, the non-keyword variable length arguments will be 4, 6, and 8. So it will be 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 divided by length of the variable length arguments. So the length of this is what? 3, right? Since it has 3 elements, divided by 3. So that will be what? 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 plus 6 is 12, 12 plus 8, 20, 20 over 3. So if we run this, we get 6.66667, which is 20 divided by 3. If you are using Python 2, don't forget to import math. That way you'll get the true division result. Or you can import from __ future, import division. You can also do that. You can also do that from __ future import division. That way you get the actual division result. Okay, let's look at one more example. We could also say, let's say ratio. We can pass 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then run it. We get 6.833. So in this case, this is our argument 1, and this is our variable length argument, non-keyword variable length argument. So in this case, we have how many elements? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 arguments for this arg. In the example above, we had 3. Here we only have 1. So that's why the name variable length. And also the name non-keyword, right? So this is the important thing again, is the single asterisk sign. Non-keyword variable length argument. And this non-keyword variable length argument comes after your formal arguments. Okay? So if we switch the places, you'll get an error saying, you know, this should come after the regular one. Okay, one last example. What do you think we'll get if we simply say ratio and don't pass any parameter? This will also throw an error, and it says ratio takes at least one argument and 0 is given, which is this formal argument, right? That's the required argument. And this variable length argument can take 0 or more parameters. Great. Next, let's look at another example. Let's define a function, and I'll just call it various arguments, and let's pass argument 1 and then non-keyword variable length arguments, and let's say print first argument is, then we can say arg1, and then let's say for arg in arguments, let's print here are the non-keyword variable length arguments. Then we'll have arg. Okay, next let's call our function various args, and let's pass only 2 and run it and show you what we'll get. Run it. It says first argument is 2, since we only have one argument. or parameter provided here. Let me show another example. Various args, and let's pass 2, 4, and 6. Run it. So we get first argument is 2. Here are the non-keyword variable length argument 4. Here are the non-keyword, let me add a D here, the non-keyword variable length argument 6. So here we used a for loop to print out each of the non-keyword variable length arguments. For arg in args, print this. So in this case, for arg in 4 and 6, right? Again, it's the asterisk sign that's important. You can name this anything that you like, but in most textbooks and most people use this name args for non-keyword variable length arguments, but you can use any name that you like. Okay, the name doesn't matter, but this asterisk is important. Okay, let's look at one more example. Let's say various args, and let's pass 2, 3, A, C, Python, X, 4, and 5. Okay, let's run it. Here you see that our first argument again is 2, and then the rest of the arguments are our non-keyword variable length arguments. So we can have one variable length argument or many variable length arguments. To summarize, we looked at non-keyword variable length arguments in this lecture, and we saw that we can have 0 or more variable length arguments, and the asterisk sign is important to distinguish that. And in the next lecture, we'll look at keyword variable length argument lists. Thank you, everyone.